Hi, everyone. Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet here on Game Nights. Unfortunately, we are only a quartet today due to some technical issues, but we miss Rob very much, and he will be back with us next time. Val shouted because a lot of us saw the D&D movie yesterday.
It's so good. You should
We're all very
all
excited.
go see it.
Val shouted at us about it. It's really good. Everyone go see the D&D movie, but not right now. Right now, watch this D&D movie.
Hang out with us.
Yeah, I don't have any announcements or anything. I'm just ready to play the game. If you're live with us on Twitch, hi, welcome. If you're with us on YouTube, come to our Twitch channel sometime. We'd be happy to have you. But we're also glad you're here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our Discord, come hang out with us, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's okay in chat if you're late, so are we. Apparently there was a big solar flare recently and our technology is suffering from
Everything's screwed.
So we're
Thanks,
just
Goku.
yeah, god damn it, that motherfucker.
Kamehameha finally hit the sun that
I'm
he shot
gonna get his ass
years ago.
anyway. I'm not running the stream today. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm Van and you can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth, and I'm driving this train today, which is going straight into the land of god dang Dungeons and Dragons. Let's introduce ourselves real quick and then let's get this carnival back on the road.
I'm first today. I'll introduce people. Hi, everyone.
I told you had to. I'm not
no,
looking
it's
at
fine.
it.
I think we got to the pause. I was like, oh, yep, that's me. Hi, everyone.
We're still working on picking up cues.
Yeah. 12 years into our relationship.
Someone's chat saying someone's muted.
Who's muted?
Well, you probably.
No, I'm not. It's saying it's coming through on OBS.
Uh-oh. Everyone else chime in.
Wait, am I muted?
Who muted?
Am I muted?
Chat, can you not hear me?
Raven, it actually might be the whole only coming in on one side thing.
Oh,
maybe you're
wait,
in
hold
mono.
on. Yeah, do I need to redo that again?
I would listen to the stream, but I'm getting a great trailer for Renfield.
Hold on.
So,
does that fix it?
yeah,
That
you're
should
good.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't switch myself to mono because I don't know why my does that. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Dragon's Ground, lurking around the internet. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays, playing and running games. I'm going to be running our game this afternoon of Ward 47, assuming the Earth doesn't explode before then. And we're going to be playing Parslings at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, so come hang out with us for that. I also run a game called Red Jenny on Mondays. We play the Dragon Age TTRPG at 8 o'clock Eastern Time right here. So join us for all the fun. Today, I'm going to be playing Law, who is a tiefling artificer. And that's
Thanks,
me.
Val. Who's next?
Rachel's next.
Hi, that's me. I'm Rachel. Rachel is with you on Twitch. I haven't been streaming there recently because I've been playing TTRPGs together with my friends 3 times a week. Here on Saturdays, I am on Albie's channel. On Sundays, you know her, you love her. And we do spooky, fun Monster of the Week things. And on Thursdays, I'm on Nerd Merchant's YouTube channel playing The Great Modron March, which has been Jordan reworked for 5e. It's very fun. And we are up to shenanigans and plane shifting things. And today I am playing Sereia Vale, the Water Genasi Circle of Wildfire Druid.
See it.
Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid. Also, a lot of other places on the internet, except for Insta. Apparently, I'm still Girl Karma. Blame like 18-year-old me. You can find me here Thursdays through Mondays, playing in games. Mostly, I do run our game of Good Society. We just had our premiere on Thursday. Good Society with D&D smushed on in there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Basically, think Regency superheroes. Yeah. It was great. Definitely check it out at 7 o'clock Eastern on Thursdays. Today I am playing Giselle Wintersweet, and she is our Tabaxi, a sorcerer, a slash rogue.
That's me. What's up, y'all?
No,
me.
it's our secret other person who's here. No,
Oh. What's up, y'all? It's me, Paul, your favorite non-Paris live best friend on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at WALLE132. Just like the cute little Disney robot talking about my hyper-focus of the week. And this week is WrestleMania weekend. All the wrestling has been happening this week. Makes my brain go whir. You can find me in all the games that everyone has already talked about before, because I am a GGK exclusive, unless people invite me on their podcast. And you can find out what stuff I am by going on my Twitter. But today, I am playing Damian, the human monk.
That's everybody, right?
yes.
All right, let's get this
Except
show.
for Rob, who you can find as bonus
Bonus
stage
stage
Rob
Rob.
or bonus _stage _ Rob. We love you, Rob.
Everyone's sending love because he's having a lot of computer
We love you,
issues.
Rob.
He's having a lot
Yeah.
of solar flare issues. We
So
love
Send
you.
Rob some love today. The solar flare got him.
Yeah.
All right. What was I playing last time? Yeah. I just like this music a lot. It's fun. Last time on the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet, we wrapped up our Winterlude with parties. The birthday party and a rager thrown by Grandpa Skrillex. And yeah, I won't do a big recap. Those were a lot of fun. We played some party games, had a really good time. Won a Mage Tower pickup game. And Sereia got really drunk. And it was awesome. And then we began The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So you made your way down to the Witchlight Carnival, able to get in for free as a mysterious benefactor. Had tickets set aside for you at the ticket booth, and you made your way in. You received your welcome gifts from a big tree person with a squirrel friend that talked to you, made some wish on some dandelion seeds, and then ran away immediately to go snail racing. And yeah, that's sort of where we're gonna pick up. So you guys,
We all have wings.
you all have butterfly wings.
Butterfly wings. Butterfly wings.
They're pretty butterfly
It's
wings.
awesome. So I'm updating
And
the
I
trackers
gave my pixie weight to a pixie.
to a pixie,
And they're gonna get
Very nice.
super swole.
Yes, and I love it. So you're in your second hour. We're beginning the second hour of the 8 hours of the carnival. You guys all have access to the wonderful map, which I really should post in the Discord. There are lots of things you can do. Basically, anything that's labeled, you can make your way to. You've come in through the ticket booth. As you have entered past the ticket booth, there is the calliope that's playing the carnival music on one side, and the the lost and found, the lost property wagon on the other side, which I don't think I described last time. We'll get to it. Past that is the big top, and then on one side of the carnival, you have snail racing where you guys are at, which is on the very far, there's a compass on this map. It's just on the very far western side, next to the Hall of Illusions and the Mystery Mine, the Pixie Kingdom, and the Bubble Teapot ride. And then on the other side, past the Lost Property Wagon, Silver Song Lake and the Gondola Swans, the Feasting Orchard, the Carousel, and Dragonfly rides.
Okay, I definitely want to ride a dragonfly, especially since I'm wearing wings. That seems perfect.
Oh, and then as a reminder, if you choose to attend, the 4th hour is the big top
Oh,
extravaganza.
we have to go to that.
And then the final hour is the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch.
We definitely have to go to the
We
big
have 2
top.
hours before the big top thing because that sounds like very special.
I'm happy with that. Since Willoughby is going to be finishing the race for a little while longer, should we?
Willoughby's hanging out with the snails.
I just assume Willoughby was because Willoughby was in last place last time. It's just gonna be.
No,
he
Sereia was
tied
in
for
last place.
third.
Oh,
He tied for
right,
third.
right. Gotcha. I'd be fine with the dragonfly rise if that's what you want to do.
But that is all the way across the carnival. Like, we could maybe do that, like, after the big top thing, because we're going that way. There is this Hall of Illusions that sounds kind of cool.
That does sound like it could be a lot of fun.
And it's right next door.
That sounds like it
A
gets
baby.
spooky.
You think it's spooky?
We
You
could
think it's
ask one of
spooky?
the attendants how spooky it is.
Yeah, let's ask.
We don't want you punching people
just
like you
want to
did
make
at,
sure it's
at the haunted house last time.
I want to make sure. Well, that was just one time. I want to make sure it's
I
not
totally
going.
understand. They came out of nowhere. They deserved it.
I just feel bad about breaking their jaw.
We fixed it. It was okay.
Do we? Yeah, let's ask. I just want to make sure it's not like a manifestation of our worst fears or something like that. In the
yeah.
illusions.
Yes, I don't think I'm up for that. I'm in a happy mood. You know?
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
sure it's not. I'm just in this headspace after our first semester that everything has this sort of like insidious nature to it. So
I think it's for me is that despite, my jovial attitude, I still have a lot of emotional baggage that I'm really not ready to confront in front of me as someone makes like some kind of magical illusion, says I have my own kind of personal therapy session. I don't know if I'm prepared for that.
yeah.
Plus, we don't want to break any mirrors or anything. That would
Yeah.
be bad.
I would not
Okay.
like to confront my trauma today.
No, this is a happy time. I can go ask. I'll be right back. I'll run over to an attendant outside the Hall of Illusions and ask, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question?"
Okay, so you approach the Hall of Illusions. Is it just Giselle? The rest of you going?
I assume we're all slowly.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'll walk it out.
Giselle, you run ahead. So, upon approaching, the Hall of Illusions is a large tent painted with a mural of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color. The helical stripes of the tent's painted canopies rotate in spirals, and the whole display seems designed to befuddle onlookers. A clown dressed in muted garb stands at the tent's entrance, blinking at you.
Okay. Sid hates clowns, but Giselle does not. It's
He's
fine.
more of a mime.
Oh.
That doesn't make it any better.
It's
No.
okay. It's okay.
But as you approach, he's sort of standing there, just kind of looking a little somber next to the entrance with his little ticket puncher. And as you look at him, he's extremely monochromatic, more so than just someone in like white face paint. Like even his skin and everything is gray. His outfit is sort of all like black and white. It's like all of the he's a monochrome person.
He's Pleasantville.
It's literally like all the color's been sucked out of him. Even his eyes are like gray.
Approaches with the question and then gets like a good look at them and then
Turns right around and runs back.
tries not to take a step back, but stands her ground. I have a question. Is the Hall of Illusions like very spooky? Will there be like jump scares or things like that? Oh, okay. Okay. So, but no jump scares, like no one will jump out at us and go, ha! Okay. Okay, that's good. Alright, I'm going to confer with my friends. We were just wanting to have like a chill time, so we'll double check and then we'll be right back with you either way, okay? Okay. Nice talking to you. All right. Goes back to the group.
He just continues to stand there looking sad.
Okay, the said clown says it might be a little like unsettling, I guess, but there won't be any like jump scares or anything.
Oh, I think that's fine as long as there's no jump scares.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to give it a try?
Sure. What's the worst?
I can hold your hand, Law.
No, I don't need that. That'll be fine.
I'll stand next to you, and if you need to hold my hand, you can.
Fine.
Okay. Okay, we're back. These are my friends. I'm sorry, I didn't ask your name. Right, that's okay.
They didn't give them a name tag?
Do you have a name tag or anything? I have paper. Do you want to write it down?
He takes it and scribbles very quickly. It says his name is Candlefoot.
Candlefoot.
And then underneath it, it says, "Lost my voice. Well, stolen. Have you seen a bird?"
A bird?
What kind of bird? What is it? What color is it?
He points to one of the black stripes.
A black bird?
A tall,
A big black bird?
big black bird steal your voice.
He reaches out and gently, like Giselle, kind of like tugs on your hood a little bit.
It went invisible?
But they're wearing
Oh!
a hood?
Oh! Was it a kinku? A kinku stole your voice?
Are they here? Are they still here, maybe? Well,
Oh,
if we
no.
find this Kenku, we'll be sure to try to get your voice back.
For sure. I don't want to profile anybody, but we can at least ask if they've seen them.
We'll keep a lookout for your voice.
For sure.
Are you, by chance, in possession of a voice that is not yours?
He just looks so sad.
Could you describe
buddy.
to us what the voice looks like? Because that might help us narrow it down.
Did the voice look like anything when it was taken? No? Okay.
Did they put it in anything? A jar? Bottle.
A bottle. Okay. We'll look
Okay.
for a voice
Magical
in a bottle.
seashell. Okay, bubble.
A voice in a bottle. Do you want to keep the paper so like if people ask you questions you can talk? Here you go, you keep it. Well, okay. We'll go through here and then we'll keep an eye out as we go through the carnival. We're gonna be here all day, so you too. Okay, no, that makes sense.
Law actually takes out a small like a copper piece or something and just like taps it and says, "Sorry, someone took my voice," and then hands it to the dude. Just tap it, and it repeats the message. I never get to use my magical tinkering.
There you go.
I love it.
Unless you make a friend in Candlefoot the Mime, who's incredibly sad and having a really bad
A
day.
rough day.
Oh, buddy, if the losing the voice was the only thing that had happened to Candlefoot today, he's not
Oh,
going to
no.
tell you about that right now.
No.
Oh, buddy.
So that was very nice. Candlefoot, the little coin, he tucks it in his pocket. And as he pulls the ticket puncher back out, you guys see, yeah, Yeah, they'd be right nearby. So while this is kind of going on, nearby, sort of where you guys are like coming up, like they're going to, either be next to go into the Hall of Illusions or kind of looking at everything that's outside the tent. They come to a stop near. Well, let me describe them. Yeah, it's a halfling couple that are holding hands. They kind of approach some of the decor that's outside the Hall of Illusions. One of them has like butterfly face paint on, and the other has like sort of like flowers stuck in a braid. And they approach there's a glass cabinet near sort of offset on like the other side of the entrance, and it's about 6 or 7 feet tall. It's got a mannequin inside of a sort of smiling like dark hair, like dark raven haired young woman in like very stereotypical witch garb, so like big pointed hat, like long green cloak. And the two halflings kind of approach the glass cabinet, and they're looking at it. And then you see the one in the butterfly face paint reach into a pocket, take out a small box. He sort of like says something to the other one, and then drops to one knee, and opens the box. As he does, the other halfling, the one that is standing, bursts out laughing. Like loud, sort of uproarious laughter, to the point where she sort of falls to her knees, and is almost like laughing so hard that she can't breathe. The one in the face paint obviously stands, and you'd see sort of like tears running down his face, and just darts into the Hall of Illusions without even getting his ticket punched.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, that was
Candlefoot. Could you punch my ticket twice? I think that person. I don't want them to get in trouble. They just had a very bad day. Are you sure?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Why don't we go check on them?
Yeah. I'm gonna go check on I'm gonna go see if I can find that guy that ran inside.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to the laughing person real quick. I'll meet you all.
You want to catch up with us?
I'll catch
I'll
up.
stay with you, Law.
All right.
Okay. All right. 2 teams. Check on
Go.
whatever disaster this was.
Oh boy, that looks like a bit of a moment.
Okay, Damian, come on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. So Damian and Giselle, you rush in after. Oh, sorry, I just saw a picture of Domino on the keyboard. Send Discord away for a little bit. So Damian and Giselle, you rush in. After Candlefoot doesn't worry about punching your tickets. He'll cover for you. Who's he gonna tell? So you rush in after the halfling in the butterfly face paint, and Law and Sereia. You make your way over to the other one, the one with flowers in her hair, who is still like hands and knees on the ground. Like there's not even sound coming out anymore. And she's just sort of like shaking uncontrollably, and she's sort of right in front of this cabinet with this mannequin in it, next to the entrance. So we'll start with you guys.
Ma'am, are you okay?
She's like this sort of like weird, like too wide grin on her face. And yeah, it seems like she's having trouble catching her breath.
Can I cast Identify?
I was gonna catch Luster Restoration.
Oh, yeah.
You can do both.
Yeah, can I? Because I can.
Luster Restoration.
I always forget that you can identify on a person.
Yeah. So identify and then lesser restoration to try to help. What does identify do if you cast it on a person?
You learn whether any spells are affecting the well, that's his item. Hold on. I can do thought you could do it on person. Hold on, this
Is it the same where you can just like?
Why was I thinking you could do it on person? 'Cause it doesn't
Oh,
say... Oh yeah,
sure
if you
you
instead
can.
touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. There it goes. It was in a little separate thing to the bottom, and so I just hadn't got that far.
Okay. Yeah, you reach out, and you don't have to. You have to touch a person.
It is touch, yeah.
It's touch. Okay, so yeah, you
So
you
it
reach
kind of
out.
like goes up and like, because she's having a hard time breathing, like places a hand like on her back to like steady her, like checking on her, and cast the spell.
Yeah, you cast Identify. She is indeed under an enchantment spell. It just tells you what spell it is, right?
Yeah, it just tells me what. Yeah, what spell?
She
is
has
it?
fallen victim to Tasha's hideous laughter.
That's what I thought. So, can you remove a spell from her?
I could sure try. Would less restoration work?
Well, that's a good question.
It removes a condition. Blinded, deaf, and paralyzed or poisoned. Is this a type of paralyzed? No, probably not.
No, they're incapacitated.
It's more like a charmed.
Let's
Okay.
Yeah,
Magic.
it's
And
yeah.
I don't have that prepared.
They perceive everything as hilariously funny and fall into fits of laughter. Succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up.
Yeah, I don't have dispel magic.
Yeah, it's just at the end of each of its turns, or each time it takes damage. But I mean, Law, you know the spell. You also know it only lasts for like a minute. It's not sort of a long-term effect.
Yeah, I don't have dispel magic prepared.
I don't either.
I will guide her so that maybe she will be able to succeed in a wisdom saving throw. Quickly.
I'll say that'll shorten the duration. So you also sort of reach out a hand, and you see after a second, like her eyes clear a little bit, and she shakes her head and she finally like stops laughing, and catches her breath, and then she looks up at the two of you and is like, "What was that?"
I think you had a spell cast on you.
What? Why? And as the spell on her is fading, Law and Sereia, I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
The girl rolled a nat 1 for an 8.
I rolled a 2 for a 2.
Oh no! All of a sudden, the two of you find this hysterical. And you start laughing, and you fall to the ground.
Aha, aha, aha.
I'm not gonna make you roleplay that. As we'll say, you guys would be able to continue making throws, so I'm not gonna sit here and make you roll a bunch of dice for the next 60 seconds, because that would be like 10 rolls. But
I rolled another nat 1. Yeah, please don't make us continue to roll.
I rolled a nat 20 on my next one.
all right, Law, almost immediately you're able to shake it off. Sereia has more trouble, but the minute eventually, it's literally 1 minute, so it eventually ends.
Son of a
I rolled
bitch!
2 1s
hate
and
that.
2 2s. I quit. D&D Beyond does not like me today.
Get him out.
Switches
Get
are
him
nice.
out.
I look around. You said there's a mannequin standing here. Does it?
In a glass case.
Yeah. Is there any like sign on this mannequin? Like
Do you want to get closer to it and look?
Chuckles the cursed clown? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, at the top of the cabinet, there's a sign that reads Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter.
God fucking damn it.
That hurt.
I just try to pull Sereia and usher the woman away from the goddamn creepy
Once the effect wears off, you don't feel it sort of like creeping in again or anything. It's a one-time thing.
That was funny but rude.
Can I have? We'll go on with the scene in a second, but can I have both of you roll me a history check?
Yes.
To see if you know who Tasha is.
Nope, that's 7. D&D Beyond, we're breaking up.
That's a 16. I could use my Flash of Genius. I have 3 more of those left. No, I'll stick with the 16.
My cat is on my dice.
Make them work. Make the dice work. Sereia, you have no idea who this bitch is. She seems terrible. But Law, you've heard that name before. Tasha is actually one of the many names reputedly used by one of the most legendary archmages in the game. Igwilv the Witch Queen is sort of her original moniker. I'll send you the spelling of that.
And I'm assuming this statue or this mannequin, this doesn't look like a taxidermy. This isn't a person. This is literally a mannequin.
No, it's clearly a mannequin that's been enchanted to have a likeness of her on it. And no, it's just a mannequin. It's just a nasty little trick mannequin. So you all recover. And the halfling is just standing there looking so upset.
Alright. Couple of things here. I think you're the victim of some very unfortunate timing right now. Do you remember what was happening just before the spell happened? Because it looked like you were having a very important life moment there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Your partner ran off into the Hall of Illusion.
Ruben, his name's Ruben.
What's your name?
Veen?
Veen? Alright. Veen. Ruben ran off into the Hall of Mirrors, Illusions. 2 of our friends went to go get them. Do you want to be here when they come back? Is the answer going to be different than you laughing hysterically?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be much different.
I just want to make sure we don't want to send them through the same trauma twice.
No, I'll wait.
Okay.
Maybe on the other side of the...
Let's stay away from
door.
the mannequin, but we can vouch for you that you were not laughing of your own accord.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah, we did.
What a mess.
Mannequin.
It's okay. We're good at fixing things.
And breaking things. But
And then fixing things we've broken.
yes.
I mean, that's not the most reassuring thing I've heard all day.
I was more
We'll be
referring
right
to the
back.
mannequin when I said the breaking things.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe don't. I'd hate for you to get kicked out of the carnival.
No, we won't. Seems mostly harmless, just very bad timing.
I'll wait here. Thank you.
We'll be back. Well, this seems like the perfect opportunity to take some deep cleansing breaths and figure out what you're going to say in response.
She's gonna try to chill.
And we will go try to find our friends and her maybe future fiance.
I'm going to leave my friend Dutch here with you too. I say friend, more my child.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. I'm sorry. I have so many windows open. Okay. So, and then the 2 of you are gonna head into the
Yeah.
all illusions. Okay.
Find the others so we can clue them on what's going on.
In the meantime. How spooky. Too spooky. Damian and
This is face and music. Oh no.
Giselle. Damian and Giselle. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You rush past Candlefoot, the mime, and into the Hall of Illusions. Inside, you can see tall mirrors lining the interior walls of the tent. And as you sort of rush past them, looking around to try to find this halfling, who your friends now know is named Reuben, you can see the mirrors near the entrance don't actually reflect you as you look now. They actually reflect much younger versions of you. So you in like young childhood, and then as you move farther into the tent, the reflections in the mirrors age. You get about halfway in, and the reflection is just you now. If you continue on, you will be starting to see older versions of yourself. So
okay,
you know,
I was a really, really cute kid.
You were
then.
so
Like, I mean, come
cute
on.
as a
I was
kid.
so cute. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay.
little baby Giselle,
Like
little baby Damian with his pointy teeth.
You see like a little baby Damian like is basically like a little kid wearing something like Grogu would, where it's like nothing but a little cloak that goes all the way down to the legs, covering up the legs, and his glasses are way too big for his head. Like they take up like 90% of his face.
And it's adorable.
Giselle's dressed exactly as she is now, just with more sequins, I think.
It's adorable. And the farther in you go, the more unsettling it becomes.
Oh, I was like, oh, the ravages of time hit me hard.
I'm gonna have
so much like my yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Giselle, you see yourself with sort of like graying fur around the muzzle. Yeah. I'm gonna have both of you make a perception check.
Okay. Uh, 23.
Yeah, 12. I'm very distracted by my old face.
Yeah, we sent Giselle into a room full of mirrors.
What do you expect? Come on. You might as well put a laser pointer in there too, shit.
Does she puff up and start like
does a hop back and forth?
Giselle,
Giselle, it's just a reflection. It's not another Giselle. It's just a
I know it's
reflection.
me. I'm just like, oh, I mean, look at me. Oh, I need to start moisturizing even more right now. Oh my god.
Instead of moisturizing, do Tabaxi's deep condition?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Giselle is highly distracted. Damian, you wander away a little bit, and you hear from around one of these corners what sounds like whispering. You turn the corner, and you see Reuben, the halfling, who is sort of stopped at one of these mirrors, sort of much farther down. There's like one sort of at the end, like this part of the tent ends in a dead end. And he's staring into the mirror, and you can see he is talking to someone. In the mirror itself, there is a little girl about the same height as him, in a pig mask. And you can see her sort of whispering to him.
Like peer around the corner, watching. So I would like try to see if I can like hear what they're whispering about, if possible.
I don't think so.
So my passive perception is 17.
It is 17. Okay. I don't think you can hear what she is saying from the other side of the mirror. But you do see him sort of like trying to wipe tears away, and from his side of the conversation you can hear, well, yeah, of course I do. This is not how this was supposed to go. And he pauses for a second. Really? Will that work? Okay. And you see him start to put a hand up to the mirror.
Damian like walks over, is like, "Hey, you okay over there?"
As soon as you make yourself known, Damian, in the mirror you can see the girl in the pig mask sort of start, and she locks eyes with you, and then she just turns and sort of walks away, sort of disappearing into the mirror.
Oh, this is some Silent Hill shit. Hey, are you okay?
Did you find them?
I think I found him. Hi.
Hi.
You all right? We saw you run in here crying after,
No, it's been kind of a bad day.
Yeah. I'm sorry that went down. He pulls out a hanky from his coat and hands it to him. He needs it.
Thanks.
I'm Damian.
Hi, Ruben.
Nice to meet you, Ruben.
I'm Giselle. Hi.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cause a scene.
No, it wasn't your fault. Honestly, I have a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Did that seem... Again, I don't know your partner. But, is she one for just, like, bursting out laughing, like, inappropriately?
I mean, not inappropriately. She's a pretty happy person.
Was her reaction to that like a normal reaction to like things like that?
I mean, I don't know. I've never asked her to marry me before, so I couldn't really tell you. But I guess not.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe she was just really overwhelmed by emotions and everything. Because we're at a carnival. There's a lot of bells and whistles and frivolity everywhere. Maybe she was just bubbling over with joy. That's why she started laughing. Maybe you can ask her again. In a less emotionally overstimulating place.
I'm not so sure about that.
Do you think you're maybe ready to go outside and talk to her at least?
I guess. Place gives me the creeps.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy. There was that.
Do you want to like speed run it to the end or something?
Yeah, I'd rather not be in here anymore.
Okay, why don't you can come with? We'll walk with you through.
Yeah, we'll go with you.
Hey, follow-up question. What was that little creepy little girl in the pig mask thing all about?
I mean, I don't know. I just assumed it was part of the thing. It was kind of... I don't know. I was over here and trying to compose myself and everything, and she just kind of appeared in one of the mirrors. So I figured, oh, it's probably, I mean, it's the Hall of Illusions. It's probably part of the act. She asked me if I had any regrets. And I mean, yeah. Yeah.
No,
I do.
Yeah.
And she just said that she knew somebody that could help, and if I'd followed her, it'd fix it. I just assumed it was some weird kind of, why these things play on the stuff that freaks you out.
My grandpa has a saying. He always tells me, there's two things you should learn in life. Never miss happy hour, and never follow weird broads in mirrors.
I think that's some pretty good advice. Do you not think it was part of the...
Well, I don't know if I could say it was or not. I mean, I don't know how they run things here, but I mean, it's just kind of weird that there would be in a house of illusions that suddenly a creepy little kid in a pig mask saying, "Hey, I know a place that can take away all your regrets," just after you had a really regretful, traumatic point in your life. It just seems kind of, faded and timed,
It's a little much. Just a little much.
Yeah.
We made friends with the mime at the front. Like, maybe we can ask them if that's like a normal thing.
That's a good idea too. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just go to the carousel or something.
Yeah.
We were gonna do the dragonfly ride too. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that does sound nice. It's a little claustrophobic in here.
Yeah. Well, let's keep
get out of
going.
here.
Yeah, let's keep
let's go.
going.
Yeah. Okay. And you wind your way back out of the Hall of Illusions. Your reflections getting younger and younger as you make your way back out into.
Oh, Ruben, look at your little curly mop. You are so
He's
cute.
adorable.
Dude, you're so tiny. You're adorable, buddy.
And you make your way back out, coming upon Law and Sereia, who had just sort of started to make their way in to the Hall of Illusions.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
Are you an illusion? You have to tell
Are
me.
you an
otherwise it's a
illusion?
trap.
Are you the illusion? Well,
I don't think that's how it works.
Sereia just touches the ball. Okay, you're all real.
Oh, you found the Reuben.
yeah.
I
Hi,
don't know his
Ruben.
name.
Hi.
Oh shoot, what was her name?
Veen.
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 Veen told us. We talked with her. Ruben, you'll probably want to go talk with Veen, but we can tell you that she was under a spell, and her reaction was not what she intended.
Why would she be under a spell?
So you see
Well,
that? You see that creepy mannequin over there?
Yeah.
It's a mannequin of Tasha, of the hideous laughter nature.
we got affected by it too. My abs still hurt from laughing.
Ruben looks directly into the camera.
Can I prove this? No,
I.
don't have a spell that'll.
Why would they even have that? That seems terrible.
I guess it's kind of like, to promote laughter, but
But
they really did.
Hideous is right there in the name.
No, yeah, yep. You're absolutely right. I guess they thought, they really didn't have a lot of foresight with this. They thought it would be a good idea, but they didn't really comprehend, maybe some situations.
Took in
that we
all
left
of the variables,
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
who might be walking by and.
I mean,
what
I
they might
guess
be
some
doing.
people think clowns are fun, so I mean, I get it.
I'm not one of those people, so I understand.
I have it on good authority, i.e., from Veen herself, that if you were to ask again, that there would not be hideous laughter.
Maybe we'll just go to the fairy king, the pixie kingdom instead.
Yeah.
Why don't you go to the carousel? That actually could be very romantic.
Good.
Okay. Thanks.
You're
I
welcome.
don't know you
welcome.
guys, but you're awesome.
Ah.
No, you're awesome. And
Oh.
you're a really cute kid.
Mhm.
Don't worry, we do this stuff all the time. We've saved the world like so many times now.
Yeah, no sweat.
Alright.
No, really, I don't sweat.
No, she
I-
can't. It's really terrible.
I pant, yeah. When I do, it's like very upsetting. So
I don't really need to know that, but okay.
And if you need any help with, if you're gonna ask again, you can find us later and we can help you with pyrotechnics.
Yeah, we're really good at that.
I think maybe we'll just talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
That
again.
is the start of a very healthy relationship.
Communication is key.
Gotta have a lot of transparency.
I'm sure just Ruben's backing up from the conversation.
Yeah,
at this
Ruben's
point.
leaving.
Like, I'm gonna go find Bean. You guys keep doing your thing.
And the halflings are reunited. And as this happens, you all hear as Ruben makes his way over to Bean, and you can see them sort of having a conversation. And she hugs him, and it seems like they are okay. They walk off towards the carousel, sort of hand in hand. And because you're nearby, you can hear the calliope music that is sort of just always floating over the carnival pick up just a little bit in tempo and pick up, and it sounds a little bit more upbeat and even happier than it was before.
Hey, guys. So, this is let's keep this on a DL for a little bit. But
What are you talking about? The big mask? What the hell is
yeah,
that?
the peg. All right, so Ruben said, well, I saw it too. There was this creepy little girl in a pig mask that was talking to Ruben, like in the mirror, right? And the creepy little girl told him that if he had any regrets, that, you know, she could lead him to someone who could remove those regrets. And all he had to do was, like, follow her. Like,
Wait a minute. So this wasn't just some creepy kid with like wearing their carnival mask like in the Hall of Illusions. Like this
No.
child was like in the mirror.
Yeah, in the mirror asking this.
Are you sure it wasn't just a pig?
No, it wasn't just a
Sometimes
pig.
they can be very persuasive.
See, now I'm thinking, nope, it was definitely a little girl in a pig mask.
I heard about
Okay,
the
just had to
whole
be sure.
revolution at the farm that happened because of a
I
pig.
know.
I read about that in class too. Yes.
Mhm.
Boy, we're making some timely references here.
we
y'all.
really are. Like, Animal Farm was the last reference I expected.
will work
on the
harder.
stream.
Uh,
But, yeah, I mean, I don't think that was part-
it, by the way.
They do? Wow.
Yeah, they're still reading in high school. That's fine.
But I don't think that was part of the ride, guys. Like, I think some weird crap is going on around here. Maybe we should just, keep our eye open for anything else like that.
Just one or both.
Well, you need one to look out for a fun ride, so I guess, be 50-50.
Okay, I'll dedicate my left one to fun stuff and my right one to spooky stuff.
Good plan.
Or a Kenku.
Oh, yeah, we gotta look for a Kenku, too.
All right, everyone, open your third eye.
Um,
All three of us together. You top her off the ground.
Oh,
as our
look at her
third
on the
eye's
ground.
open, like Cult of the Lamb.
Full on.
Right in the middle of this fair, little girl looks like, what they doing?
You begin to chant, and then tentacles descend from the sky as we summon Cthulhu.
Oh no, not again! You're trying too hard, guys.
Van, can we make
Can
that?
we-
Can that happen?
real quick
Can that
before
be
we
canon?
leave.
No.
No. Real quick before we leave, can we go check in with Candlefoot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we not
he's
going
just-
into the mirror hole?
I mean, do you want to like investigate the pig mask? But the first things first. If the pig mask is part of like the thing, then let's just ask Candlefoot.
Yeah.
Okay. You went in there. I didn't know if it was like fun or anything.
Oh, well, it was kind of fun, but also kind of creepy because you start to see, a young version of yourself, and then you see yourself age into like an old version of yourself, and then you see a young version of yourself again when you leave. It's kind of.
Was there more that we like came back from? Like we didn't go all the way through it, right?
Yeah, but I think you can figure out the
Surmise.
logical conclusion.
Where it ends.
I have a feeling we'd see ourselves dead at the end, like either
Oh.
like in the ground or just like Saw.
Oh, that doesn't sound very fun. Why is this?
I think we got to the right perfect amount. Like I was about like looking like my yaya, like when she was wearing her babushka and everything. So I'm good.
I have so many questions.
I'm going to start deep conditioning like every day. Let's just put it that way.
Just make sure you use a cleansing shampoo once or twice a week.
Oh yes, just did get it all out. No, 100%.
I'm gonna.
Hey,
Here's a
Candlefoot.
We got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are there like creepy little girls in pig masks? Is that part of this ride? No? Okay. Okay.
Maybe can you talk to like the runners of this the illusion and maybe tell them that they have a creepy little girl in a pig mask problem, like about halfway through the mirrors? Right.
Right, you can't talk. Okay. Is there someone we can tell about that, or?
Okay.
He searches around for the paper again, and he does a little, almost like a little sketch of a circle of wagons with a big tent in front of it, and then he just writes in the bottom corner the name Burley.
Burley. Okay.
Is that the big top? Okay.
So we gotta look for someone named Burley in the Big Top. Big Top
Okay.
Burley.
We could run over there and then I don't know, we could go to the orchard place and get something to eat, or we could go to the dragonflies after that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Thanks again, Candlefoot.
And we'll keep a lookout for that pesky Kenku.
All right. What would you like to do next?
Let me look at the map.
I feel like in good conscience, maybe we just go find this Burley person right now while it's like fresh in our brains, you know?
I mean, the Hall at the Big Top is right there.
Yeah,
And we want to get there before like the big show starts.
for sure.
Are there any like carnival games around?
There are. They are. I'm gonna find on the map. They are. Okay, so across from, sort of in that central area where the Calliope and Link the Lost Property wagon is, all of those stalls that are around the carousel, are like carnival games and stuff.
Cute.
That sounds fun. So do you want to swing by the big top and then find the Burley person and tell them about the pig mask craziness and then we go play some games?
Yeah, that sounds
Yes,
good.
then
Yeah,
we can
let's do
absolve ourselves of responsibility for the creepy pig mask girl to the people who actually work here, and then we can go play games.
that. Excellent.
And actually have fun and not have to save the world.
Exactly. I feel like we keep running into this, right? I mean, we're still so young. Like, we should be having fun, you know?
Yeah, we should.
We're magnets for travel.
We really, really are. Yeah. All right, let's go find this Burley person.
All right, so the four of you wander over towards the big top. All right, so it's a big top. We all know what a big tent looks like. The roof of this tent reaches towards the night sky in 3 swooping peaks, topped with spinning gold stars. Painted wooden panels on the tent walls whirl in a colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances, and you can hear sort of drifting out through the canvas door the sounds of music and laughter from inside.
Okay, so we have to look for, he pulls out the picture, a circle of carriages. I like peek around, like look around like the tent to see if there's anything like that nearby.
Okay. Yeah, so if you look sort of past the big top itself, sort of behind it, if you kind of go around the side, you can see through a, I'm trying to remember if it's get to the wagons, hold please. It's so much stuff. It's the small stall staff area. Here we go. So you can see sort of behind the big top. It's not a fence so much as a wall that looks like it has been placed here. So off the very back of the big top, sort of encircling something, is essentially a wall of thorns. It is this like tangled wall that sort of is going around. You can probably see like just over the top of them a like cluster of wagons that is sort of been protected by this barrier.
And there's like no doorway or anything.
Mm-mm.
I like walk up.
Could I use plant growth in the opposite way to make it so like a little like doorway would open?
You could try.
Plant be gone.
Or Sereia, maybe could you do plant growth and just make like an elevator, and then we could just like go up to the height of the wall and like yell over looking for a burn because it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Okay, I can make a wall of plants. Maybe that we could climb.
Sure,
I could
why
just
not?
fly over too.
I can jump over probably.
Well, you don't want to jump. I don't. You know that could be
That seems like-
trespassing.
Yeah, that's the trespassing thing.
Maybe
They
just
probably
fly
don't
up to the
want
top
us
and
in
yell
there.
if you want to save your spell slot.
I could do that. I
Okay.
could fly up, you know. If you want me to, I could do that.
I just appreciate how you guys are actively trying to not get in trouble.
We're
for
really
once.
trying.
This isn't school. This is like a cool carnival. Like we want
Don't-
to
Yeah, we don't want to get kicked
Don't
out.
really
What
care about
jerks.
getting kicked out of school, but getting kicked out of the fucking
We
carnival.
don't want to be jerks or
no.
anything.
These people are out here just trying to make a living. Okay, they're not the authority of our university. You know, like-
Exactly.
Damian is gonna go up to the wall and surround himself with a fiery aura and like fly up
Okay.
above the wall, but not like fly over it. But,
Okay,
like,
Just
kinda
so you can
Fiery
see
aura?
over.
yeah.
Is your fiery aura going to burn the wall?
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Okay.
It's a pretty good wall.
Okay.
And like he'll fly up and look down into like that area where all the wagons are at
Mhm.
and yell, excuse me, is there someone named Burley here? I have a bit of a question to ask. It's kind of an emergency.
Okay. You shout this down, and you can see essentially what's inside this wall are 8 brightly painted wagons. A couple of them stick out to you, I think. One of them is extremely nice and like well appointed. And one of them is actually just a large glass tank filled with water. It's currently empty. And then the rest of them are just kind of your standard circus wagons. You do see a couple of people. One of them is sort of leaning against the glass tank, looking particularly clownish and grumpy. Sort of a larger, older man, just very classic sort of face paint, large jester hat, smoking a pipe and just looking like he doesn't want to be there. Looks up at you as you see another person sort of coming around the corner of the very large, like well-appointed, like very fancy wagon. Is a large bugbear, and they both sort of look up at you, and then they look at each other, and the bugbear kind of makes his way over towards the wall. Like, I'm gonna need you to get down. This is a staff area only.
Oh, yeah, that's why I didn't want to fly over the wall. I didn't want to, like, intrude or anything, but, this is kind of important.
Give me a second. I'll come around the front of the tent.
All right, thank you. And he, like, lowers Goes back down.
Fucking weirdos. And coming
I mean,
out
they're not wrong.
coming out the front of the big top a couple of moments later is a large bugbear.
Hi, are you Burley?
I am.
Hi, my name is Damian. These are my friends.
Hi, Damian and friends. So what can I do for you?
Okay, so in the Hall of Mirrors ride, one of the people who went in there, they said they saw a creepy little girl in a pig mask who was saying some very creepy stuff.
Well, you saw it too.
Oh yeah, I saw it also. Yeah, so it's definitely
Okay.
I've seen it too. And
I mean,
they
there's lots of kids in masks. It's a carnival. So.
well, yeah, that's what I thought at first, but they were in the mirror.
Okay, you know it's called the Hall of Illusions, right? Not the Hall of Everything in Here is Real.
Well, yeah, but this creepy little girl offered, the guy to say, hey, I can take away all of your regrets and sorrows if you follow me. And he was about to, touch the mirror. I'm just wondering, is that part of the ride or...
Dude, I don't know. I don't really do the illusion
Oh,
part
okay.
of the business. You know what? I can report it to Witch and Light, and would that make you feel better?
Kinda. Yeah, it would. Just, I just don't want anyone to, get hurt or anything.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, we appreciate that for sure. I'll ask around. I got Thaco back there. He might know something. So.
Great. Well, thank you very
Did
much.
you just say his name was Thaco?
His name.
Oh my god.
That's his name.
Is the O a 0?
Maybe.
It's probably annoying and totally not needed.
Anything else I can help you with?
Oh no, just wanted to let you know about that.
Okay, yeah, I'll ask the clown, and then I think the owners are in their wagon right now, so I'll let them know. Because if we got some rogue illusions or something, they're gonna want to know about that. So, especially if you're not enjoying the ride because of it.
Right. Yeah.
One more question.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any Kenku that work here?
They work here? No.
Okay, because one of your employees got his voice stolen.
Yeah. Candlefoot. Boy, that was a whole... You know what? That's not your problem. Alright, we'll take care of it.
Oh, okay.
We'll keep an eye out. We met him. He was very nice. He was wonderful. Do you have one of those survey things? Can we fill one out? 10 out of 10. Love Candlefoot.
He's a sweet guy. He's had kind of a rough day. But you know what? That's not really any of your problem. So he'll be all right. We'll fix it, and then hopefully deal with our little Kenku problem. And
No, the more you say that's not really any of our problem, the more that I become concerned that it's going to become a problem.
I wouldn't make it your problem.
I want to insight check this guy.
Okay.
Uh, 20.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's not lying. He just very clearly feels like he doesn't know you, and this is carnival business. And
Barney code.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's the situation is probably worse than he's letting on. But yeah, he's not lying per se.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go enjoy the Thank you for at least listening to us.
Thank you for your time.
Of course. And thank you for coming to the Witchlight Carnival, where I don't know, dreams come true. Well, have a good time.
I think you're going to get sued for that. I would change your slogan immediately.
Why?
Did you just see a big mouse?
Yeah, if you see any mice, just run.
It's just mice.
Bipedal mice.
Right.
Or dogs with tentacles.
Well, I mean, did you meet Dira already?
No.
Oh. Well, head over. They're, usually hanging around the Lost and Found, so.
That's where I'm going to go immediately now.
All right. Have a good time. Stay out of trouble.
If someone turned in the voice, they would have brought it to the Lost and Found.
That's where the Lost Toys.
Let's go check.
It makes total sense. How did I not think of that?
Yeah.
Does it?
No, absolutely not.
Well, I mean, they said it was in a bottle.
As long as it makes sense to you guys.
It's the Lost
We
and
run out of
Found.
Lost and Found mostly to go
Alright.
see a tentacle dog, apparently.
You head over back towards the entrance to the carnival to take a booth. On one side, I guess I can describe these now because you're next to them. On one side, you have the calliope that is playing a merry tune magically on its own from the back of the brightly painted wagon that it's on. There is a monkey wearing a cloak that's covered in buttons, sort of sitting there on top of the calliope next to the whistles. And as you walk by, a goblin that is dressed up as a ladybug sort of walks, kind of rattling a tin cup.
Damian is just staring at this monkey like he wants to touch this monkey. That came out the worst possible way.
Yeah.
It really
You want to
did.
roll it back?
Yeah.
Wanna try again?
Damian is just enamored and looking at this monkey.
The monkey just sees you, kind of waves,
He waves back at the monkey.
straightens his cloak. It's just buttons, all kinds of buttons sewn onto it.
He waves at the monkey.
You see the monkey, sort of he reaches down, in like behind the calliope a little bit and pulls out a bottle of wine.
Oh.
Takes a long swig from it.
Oh, that kind of monkey.
And kind of sets it down. And then the goblin that's dressed as a ladybug walks up to all of you. She's sort of dancing by herself with the calliope music. She walks up to like Sereia, sort of like spins her around and everything, and she's having a grand old time, shaking that tin cup.
Damian will put
Give her a gold piece.
Yeah, give her a gold piece. For you to-
Before you go to put a gold piece in it, she goes, "Oh, Ernest doesn't want your money," and the cup is full of buttons also.
Oh!
Reaches around, rips a button off of his,
I've got to
off
have
his
some
cloak,
buttons in here.
and throws a button inside of the jar.
Is everyone putting a button
Yes!
in the can?
Yeah.
I do, but
Right,
it's
like
like a
trying to
like a
find a
button, like
button.
a switch button, not like
That's
a
fine.
close.
It's a button.
Okay.
She after you put the buttons in, sort of shakes the can up at Ernest, and he sort of Ernest is the monkey, sort of jumps up and like takes a bow, and then says to all of you, "Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time."
Is it talking monkey? He shakes Giselle. I want to be friends with this monkey, Giselle.
Okay. Why don't you start the conversation then and stop shaking me?
Hi, Ernest. I'm Damian.
Hello, Damian.
Oh my god. Have you always been a talking monkey, or did you like gain the speech, this ability to talk later on in your life?
No.
You can't ask people if they're talking monkeys
What are
their
you-
whole life or not.
Were you cursed by a witch?
I was. It was really more of a prank. There was an organ grinder and a leprechaun, and a very large quantity of brambleberry wine involved, and now I'm the organ monkey. It's neither here nor there. Thank you for the buttons.
You're welcome.
How many buttons do you have?
Oh, lost count.
It looks like it could be like thousands.
Maybe.
Is that part of your curse?
No, I just like them.
Wow. That's a really great story, Ernest. Thank you for, being here.
Thank you for being here. And he hops back up on the Calliope. And you hear him and Marigold both start to sort of call out over the music again. Spare a button, if you please. I'll sew it next to all of these. I offer nothing in its place besides a smile upon my face.
This is the best monkey ever. Okay, let's go to Lost and Found.
Okay.
You head across to the Lost Property wagon. I'll describe what's here and then we will take our break and come back. So, there's a large wagon sort of sitting here with a sign on it that says Lost Property. Outside the wagon, as you come around the side of it, is a large feline-like creature with midnight blue fur, sort of graying a little bit around the snout. It has 6 legs. And pairs of tentacles extending from its shoulders, right behind which it is wearing a large pair of fake butterfly wings. Hanging around its collar is a small wooden keg, and is currently rough housing with 2 young boys, one of them sort of hanging around its neck while the other is sort of grabbing onto one of his paws as you meet the Displacer Beast that watches over the lost property of the carnival, which we will get to after we take our break.
This is displaced property.
It's
Displaced property.
It's good.
Yes.
all right. Thanks for hanging out with us so far, everybody. When we come back, we will get to that loot drop that was redeemed a few minutes ago. Let's take a quick break. Refresh your snacks, your drinks, yourselves, do a stretch, whatever you need to do. We will be back in just a quick few minutes for more carnival shenanigans. So, stick around. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We are refreshed and ready to continue on. So, you've made your way up to the Lost Property wagon. A very large, older Displacer Beast is currently attending 2 children, sort of roughhousing with one, the other one sort of hanging onto the Displacer Beast's neck. And as they see you coming, the Displacer Beast kind of shakes a little bit, lays down, and lets one of the kids sort of climb off of it. And the 2 of them, these 2 kids, I mean, they're probably like 5 and 7. They look like brothers. They kind of wander over to the wagon a little bit and start kind of picking through the lost items. And the Displacer Beast just kind of eyes you a little bit and nods. It's gonna speak. What? Sereia, what languages do you speak?
Oh, let me check. Common, Draconic, Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Chaffling, and Primordial.
Okay. Does anybody else
Damn,
speak?
girl.
Does anybody else speak Elvish?
No.
No.
Is this a Kaladeshian Displacer Beast?
No.
Do they speak Quarry? Oh, they're a cat person. Do they speak Quarry? The cat
They-
people?
They do not. But yeah, the Displacer Beast kind of looks at all of you and nods. And then in Elvish, which Sereia you can understand, they speak in sort of this low, kind of grumbly voice. Welcome. Can I help you find something?
Oh, yes, you can. This is going to be a weird ask. Have you seen maybe a voice in a bottle?
Sereia is translating.
I imagine so, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Streamline. The Displacer Beast kind of thinks for a minute. I don't know that I know what that would look like. So you're welcome to take a look in the wagon.
Thank you.
And yeah, you guys can go. Take a look in the wagon. The kids are kind of poking around. Go ahead and just somebody make an investigation check.
Ooh.
Law.
Those.
That is law.
That's not me.
I'm actually pretty good at that too, but I'll let Law do it.
Jeez, it's only
Guidance.
It's only a 14. Oh, guidance.
Guidance.
16.
Okay.
Seems
Yeah,
respectable.
That's respectable.
Respectable.
Respectable 16.
Well, to do 16.
You look around the wagon. You see a few bottles here and there. Mostly like there's all kinds of stuff in here. Nothing that seems like it would be a voice in a bottle. However, you do find one particularly valuable piece. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
Oh boy. Here we go again. 2.
Okay. And go ahead and roll me a d100.
The Val gets so upset if the table is super high. They're like, God damn it!
2. All right. Now don't have to worry about this destroying our game.
Nothing you guys have is going to destroy the game.
20.
The wish ring?
Could literally destroy the game.
But it's in the hands
with
of
our
most
good boy, so
responsible-
we're
In the most responsible hands ever. The
You
ring
guys-
is legit in the
You
Frodo
guys
of
do
the
know
book.
that it's still just a spell, and I get to decide what happens, right?
That's also
it only
no, it's
destroys
outside
your
of
game
all
if
of
you're
our control.
doing a bad job. If you let magic items destroy your game, you need to up your game.
Hell yeah.
You do
Yeah.
find a bottle. It's probably not the bottle you were looking for, but it is a potion bottle filled with flickering orange liquid.
Ooh, huh. Can I ritually identify this just as we're looking around?
Yeah, it's a potion of fire breath.
Ooh. Sereia, this seems like something you would want.
What is it?
It's a potion of fire breath.
Now I can breathe fire and make
Goddess has an ability like me. Writes down the track.
Does
And
that
one-
make you like a holy person then, Damian?
I guess this makes me officially like her. I guess that makes me your paladin. I guess I'm a paladin of Sereia now, since we now share
one
a
leveling
trait.
paladin.
Yeah, I guess that's how it is now. Oh man, me and Willoughby are palabros. Nice.
But you're paladins to warring gods, because Willoughby is not a paladin of Sereia, so now we're going to
That's
have
true.
to start the Holy Crusade.
Yeah, this is actually going to be the next story. This might be the next story arc in the comic where kind of things deviate from actual events.
Okay.
An
long as you
alternate
keep-
universe.
Yeah, as long as you make it like an AU and not like
Oh no, this is going to be totally AU from this point on. I don't think I'm gonna write down the things I've seen, but totally different storyline.
makes sense to me.
Don't see the voice in a bottle, though.
Darn it.
You do not. As you are looking around, you see one of the boys has sort of gone around to the side of the wagon and has picked up it's a ball about like baseball sized, but it's completely like mirrored on the outside. But as soon as he picks it up, you hear who was very calm before Displacer Beast sort of growl and reach out with one of the tentacles and snatch it out of his hands. And the boy jumps in fear and bolts. And you hear the Displacer Beast kind of call after him and then sigh. Can you go after him? I can't leave his brother here alone.
Sure, I can catch up to him.
Damian's super fast. Go, Damian, go!
Little outline of Damian right next to
You run off after the kid. Go ahead and make a perception check.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you bolt off after him, kind of following in his tracks. You lose him in the crowd for a minute, but you see him sort of nearby, next to one of the candy stalls, kind of still looking a little freaked out.
Damian will cut down low and kind of speak over to where the kid is at. And then like crouch down right next to him while they're looking at the kid, like around the corner, like this. So why'd you try to steal that ball?
I wasn't trying to steal it. I just wanted to look at it. I didn't know it was important.
Well, I mean, they kind of got pretty mad that you did that.
I know. Girl never gets mad.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I think?
What?
I think if you want to make up to someone who never gets mad, I think you should apologize.
Okay.
Want to go really fast?
Yeah?
Like, in a really fast, cool way?
Yeah.
He, like, crouches down. Hop on.
He hops on your back.
And he will take, like, the scenic route back to the lost and found car, going the opposite direction, but, like, hopping from, like, tree branch to stall to tent and moving really fast.
Having a great time.
Yeah.
And Damian brings the kid back. And Durla, the Displacer Beast, has sort of taken the mirrored ball and kind of tucked it away. And as Damian returns, good. Thank you.
Looks at the kid. Oh.
I'm sorry I took your ball. I didn't know it was important. And Durla just kind of leans down, nuzzles the kid a little bit. It's okay. And about this time, the kid's mom comes back with food and drinks, and she thanks Durla for watching them, and they say goodbye and wander off.
Get an idea of what that ball was.
I mean, it doesn't seem particularly magical or anything. It's just a mirrored ball.
Okay.
Can I help you find anything else?
I think so. We were just looking for Candlefoot's voice.
Oh. He's having a bad day.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
Not
Do you
the
know if
first
he has like a
person.
favorite candy or something? Like a favorite food? I feel like we should do something just to brighten his day if we can't find his voice.
I don't know, but Palasha would. The mermaid.
Where can we find her?
Oh, she's at the lake. Probably performing, but she would be able to help.
Okay. When is the big top thing?
Oh, you still have... Yeah, we're gonna call these activities the second hour, so You have the third hour, and when you still about an hour from now.
Okay. What do you think, guys?
I think we have time.
Yeah.
So is it nearby the...
Unless
Yeah,
anybody, I know people mentioned getting food.
Yeah, that would... And you hear Damian's stomach growl really loud. Sorry.
Okay. Let's slip by the food stalls.
Oh, and Sereia, you
or-
wanted to play carnival games.
Oh, at some point. I just think they're fun.
Okay, let me get my map out.
Dirla
Crinkle, crinkle.
can point you in the right direction. You're at the Lost Property. The Feasting Orchard is past the carousel. You're also right next to sort of all of the small stalls with the games and everything.
Okay, so why don't we play some games? Can I have some of that never-ending candy, Lo?
Oh, yes. Holds out the bag of never-ending candy.
Thank you. Okay, so if we go by these stalls right here, that's all the games, so we can slip by that way and play some games. And then maybe we grab a dragonfly ride on the way, and then we can maybe pop over to the lake and find a mermaid before we go to the big top thing at the 4th hour. How's that sound?
Sounds like a lot in an hour.
I mean, it's
I
an
believe
hour.
in us.
We can do it.
Before you go, you haven't seen a kitten, have you?
No.
Like in our lives or recently?
Recently.
No.
Aw.
No.
I saw myself as a kitten when we were in the Hall of Illusions, but that was just me.
All right. Thank you anyway.
What do they look like?
Yeah.
A lot like me, smaller.
Oh, a display Sorbet kitten? Oh no.
Do you have anything that belonged to them?
Durla thinks for a minute and then kind of pulls the mirrored ball back out.
Okay. And Damian will look the mirror ball over and give it a little sniff. Okay.
Baby?
We'll keep a lookout.
Star's been missing for a while, so it's a long shot.
Could I cast locate animals or plants?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
What's the range on that?
Let me see.
Our goddess comes through.
Describe or name a specific kind of beast or plant. You learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles if any are present.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll allow it. Durla, is the only one within 5 miles. Yeah. Thank you anyway.
What was their name?
Star?
Star. Okay. We'll definitely keep an eye out.
For them. And a bugbear as well.
What's the bugbear's name?
Hurley. We haven't seen him in a bit, and folks are starting to worry.
Is
Like
he
Burley?
related? Yeah, is he related to Burley?
Brothers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He's been on the
That seems
planes
like a lot of-
recently.
There's a lot of people disappearing.
Feels that way.
I have an odd question. Has anyone who's been like missing things or maybe people mentioned a creepy little girl in a pig mask?
I don't think so. A couple of people have complained about the illusion hall recently, saying it was scary and there were children, so maybe. I mostly stay here and watch the wagon and watch the children while their parents wander or get food.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No, but there's a little Kenku problem.
That we did hear about.
We know
We're
about
gonna
that,
keep an
yeah.
eye on these nasty kenkus.
I think it's just the one.
Let's not go around profiling everything.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. No, I literally said it before. I'm
This is
sorry.
You should have
I'm
a
just very
talking-
angry about Candlefoot's voice.
Do we think the Kenku is the reason that Star and Hurley are missing?
I don't know. We've had problems with her before. Kettlestein is her name. She's not our biggest fan.
She's not a fan of the carnival, so she steals things?
Your guess is as good as mine. I just know Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they're, she's really not their biggest fan, so, you know. People work through things in strange ways, but it's got them a little bit on edge.
Did she
Do
used to
you-
work for the carnival?
I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead, Sereia.
No, I was just, this is, of course, we find ourselves in another situation where people might need our help. Do you think we should find Witch and Light, and ask if they want our assistance in navigating this problem? I mean, I know we're supposed to be here to have fun, but here we are again, and things are. I don't like, missing people and stolen things. So if we could solve the problem, then maybe.
I love his plan.
This is
How
a
about
good
this?
plan.
We spend the rest of the carnival keeping our eyes peeled for suspicious activities. And then at the end of the night, we can go ask Burley if we can talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and propose a proposition for them.
That's a good idea. We can enjoy the carnival while helping out, and then we'll offer our services.
All right.
That seems smart.
Okay. I'll start putting a business plan together.
Make sure you make a nice business card too, for any future contact information.
Could you do that? I think you're a better artist than I
Okay,
am.
I'll work on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. And we'll keep an eye out for Star.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go do detective work.
They wave a tentacle.
Bye.
You guys thought you were just gonna get to have fun at the carnival.
Not I.
All right, we'll call
Never.
that hour 2. Hour 3. What do you want to get up to?
Still chomping on candy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we said some games first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's do some games.
Okay.
I guess if we don't get to the mermaid until after the big top thing, that's fine too. As long as we can get Candlefoot something nice before the end of the night, since they had such a bad day.
I do know where the mermaid may be at the end of the night after everything is shut down. When I hopped over a wall, I saw a tank with just water in it.
Oh, okay.
And I think
So
that
maybe
may
we
be
could-
like her, her living area, so we can talk to her over there.
Yeah, maybe. That sounds good. Okay. Well then, we'll just try to make a loop around. But yeah, we're right here next to the games. So do you want to play some games, Sereia?
I think we should each at least play one carnival game.
Okay.
Okay.
They always have the best stuffed animal prizes.
Let's win you the biggest stuffy we can.
All right, so you head over to the stalls. The small stalls is what they're called, and I think that's just really cute.
So cute.
So each one of these stalls is run by one of the Witchlight carnival hands. There are some food and drink stalls, and then there are several game stalls. So
Oh, perfect, Damian, you can have some food too.
Yeah.
okay, so one ticket punch will get you either a snack served on a large flower petal, or a beverage that is served in a fist-sized snail shell.
Oh, I want that snail shell for later.
So we only have one punch right now, right? Because Candlefoot let us go into the Hall of Illusions to grab the without punching us. Oh.
Yeah, you only have one punch.
Okay.
And how many are on one ticket total?
8.
8? Okay.
And you can buy another ticket.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The free ticket will get you 7 more.
How much do the additional tickets cost? Is it like absurd? 3,000?
No, it's like $1.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're not expensive.
I'm gonna do everything.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just a few gold for another ticket.
I definitely want to try to. Damian definitely wants to try to win the giant, the snail shell. You know, as a.
Do you want to get food though? Do you
That's
want the
what
big snail drink?
That's what the beverages come in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go get food. Then I can get one of those. That way I won't have to try to win it. Unless this one is like special.
Your food options are a blue frosted cupcake, candied apple on a stick, a Euphoria cookie, which is a saucer-sized cookie dusted with particles of fairy dragon euphoria gas, pixie tarts, sugar glazed button mushrooms, and a tree sap lollipop.
Damian is definitely gonna order a big cookie.
Euphoria cookie, for sure.
1 punch for a Euphoria cookie served on a large flower petal. Would you also like a beverage?
Yes.
I want the snail thing.
Beverage options that come in the fist-sized snail shell cups are either Fairy Bell Nectar, which are harvested from Fairy Bell flowers, or Evening Berry Wine,
Ooh, evening berry wine.
which
Okay,
there's an alcoholic version and a non-alcoholic version.
Alcoholic, please.
Yeah, Damian is going to go for the nectar.
Okay, so 2 punches for Damian, 1 for Giselle. Anyone else want a snack?
Oh no, I was gonna get the snack and the drink. I'm gonna get the
Okay.
wine too.
I'm pretty full on candy at this point.
So 2 ticket punches each.
I'll take an evening berry wine.
Damian, and 1 for Sereia. And they hand you these large snail shells with wine in them. You get your snacks. Damian has a
Sereia,
giant
let's get
cookie.
tart.
And you head over to
Best
the
carnival
games.
ever.
Here are your game options. There's 1 game per stat. There's 6 games total.
Okay.
I'll tell you could probably guess, but I'll just tell you what stat goes with them. There is the Almirage ring toss, which you guys have seen Almirages before on Winna's Island, or they're rabbits with unicorn horns. And you can hear them sort of calling out about it. So there's a ring toss, that one's dexterity. There's Catch the Dragon by the Tail, where you're blindfolded in a booth and there's a red fairy dragon flying around. You have to try to catch it. That one's wisdom. There's a gnome poetry contest. Just charisma. There's goblin wrestling, which is where you wrestle goblins. Pretty straightforward. That one's just strength. There's guess the number of feathers on a bird. That one's intelligence. And then there is outstare the Cyclops, which is a staring contest with the Cyclops. And that one's constitution.
I would love to write some poetry.
Okay.
I want to catch the dragon by the tail.
Yeah.
Such a good one.
As much as I want to do the dex-based one, deep down I kind of want to do the con-based one, even if I have a 1 in con, just because I wanted to stare down a Cyclops.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also really want to stare down a Cyclops, but I also want to guess the feathers too.
Oh, you can play more than 1 game.
All right. So
You just have to punch your ticket.
I didn't spend any on food, so I got extra punches.
There
Okay.
you go.
Let's start with. Let's start. Who's first in my Zoom window? We'll start there and go around. Sereia.
Yay.
You approach the catch the dragon by the tail as the carny behind
Can we
the
cheer
booth.
her on?
Yeah, it's calling out prizes, prizes. Catch the fairy dragon by the tail and win a piece of its hoard. Would you like to play?
Absolutely.
All right, step right up. He
You're gonna
punches-
do great, Sereia. Pat guidance.
You cast guidance on Sereia. Sereia, he punches your ticket and sort of opens the gate to let you into the booth. And the guidance spell immediately dissipates.
No cheating.
He gives you a blindfold to put on, and puts you sort of center of the booth. He's like, all right. You don't get dizzy, do you?
No.
He spins you around like 5 times. And begin. And a bell dings, and then you hear a little giggle and like the flutter of wings as they let loose a little red fairy dragon into the booth. He's saying, catch me. You please for me roll a perception check. You get 3 tries.
This shit is so wholesome, I can't take it.
21.
That's a success.
What you don't notice, it's actually the fairy dragon's kink.
Don't be gross.
It's too wholesome. I have to make it work.
I have to ruin it.
I have to ruin it.
Gotta knock down the
That's
castle
my
somehow.
kink.
You're all nasty. Yeah, Sereia, you listen, and almost on the first try, Sereia sort of darts a hand out and snags the dragon by the tail, and the dragon laughs and perches on your shoulder and like pulls at the blindfold to untie it and says, first try. That's 2 prizes.
2. It's very nice to meet you, tiny dragon.
You as well. And he just sort of flutters away. Yeah, so you get to roll on the prize table twice because you did it on your first try. So go ahead and roll me. It's a D8, so 2 D8s, and tell me what the numbers are.
7
Okay.
and 3.
Okay. 3. So he hands over 2 prizes for you. One of them is a packet of pixie dust. It's 1 use. If you sprinkle it on yourself, you gain a flying speed of 30 feet and the ability to hover for 1 minute. The other is a large, cuddly, stuffed spider. As an action, you can pet the spider and gain the benefit of spider climb for 1 hour. But once you use it, the toy does turn into a real spider and crawl away.
I will never use it.
That's what you win.
I need to know if it turns into like a real big spider or it shrinks down to a little spider.
There's a way to find out.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
I like that one a lot. Law.
Yes.
Law, what game you want to play?
I'll do the counting one first.
Guess the number of feathers. Birds of a feather? How about feathers of a bird? Step right up and guess how many feathers festoon this fiendish fowl. You step up.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, Law.
After your ticket is punched, the carney pulls a rope and raises a curtain. And you see behind sort of a cage wall a large cockatrice who is all like festooned with like ribbons and like all kinds of shit, but they're feathered creatures.
The one
and
that
it's sort
throws
of
people to stone, or is that Dragon's Dogma? I don't remember. But
a basilisk turns you
Basilisk
into stone. I
turns
don't
you
know.
into
The cockatrice does scratch you, and if
Yeah.
it scratches you, it
Yes,
kills
here we go. Hybrid of a
does
bat,
that, yeah.
a bird, lizard, and bat that can turn creatures to stone.
Yeah.
This one turns and winks at you though.
okay.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh my god. Where's my intelligence? There we go. That's a 19.
That is enough. Yeah. Where's DC? Yes, that one was DC 18.
Oh shit. Okay.
There you go. Yes. So once again, on the first try, Law doing some quick math, I imagine.
I think it's just
estimating.
Cocker just appears, winks. 3,752.
Well done, well done. And the cockatrice sort of caws.
What just happened?
Feathers a little bit. You get to roll twice on the prize table.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you said it already.
The people around you are like, what the fuck? Roll me 2 d8s and tell me what the numbers are.
All right.
It's like, did we start?
Did we start? Was that?
Did you black out?
I did. I rolled
That's
an 8.
incredible.
I rolled an 8 and a 5.
Okay, the 5 is a replica unicorn horn that's filled with candy. So
At what point do I need to start making Constitution saving throws for all the candy?
Lies
you.
never
we'll
coming
get there.
down. They're never coming down.
We'll
from
get
super
there.
high.
8 on the table is a hand puppet that looks like a wizard. As an action, you can move. I can't spell. As an action, you can move the puppet's arms to cast minor illusion. After 3 uses, the puppet disappears into a puff of smoke.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
You have a
goodness.
wizard puppet. And a
I
bunch
put
of
the
candy.
puppet. I have Dutch extends a little like hand from inside. I put the puppet on the Dutch, so
Dutch
it's
has
just
a
a
wizard
little,
hand puppet.
little wizard hand, a little wizard riding around on top of Dutch.
Dutch, we're gonna get Dutch's like interface painted. Like Dutch is just
Yes.
gonna be
oh my
like
god,
our
I have to
child
get,
at
yeah,
the carnival.
I have to get
Yeah.
face paint on Dutch.
Make him a tiger.
All right, Giselle.
I make him a
Yes.
grappler.
The gnome poetry contest.
Yes.
They-
Is gnome poetry something I'm familiar with? Is it a popular style?
It's a very popular style.
Okay.
It is mostly built on rhyming couplets.
Oh, okay.
So when you approach the booth, you hear sound the chime. It's time to rhyme. You bring the poem, we'll bring the gnome. It's not my best work.
That's okay.
You have to outperform a gnome in a best of 5 poetry contest.
Do I have to actually come up with the rhymes, or do I get to
Yes. No, you get to
Fuck
roll.
me.
No, you get to roll.
I was like, rhyme.com?
That would have been so fucking funny though. If I was just
That's
like, no,
fantastic.
you have to do poems now.
You have to do poems now.
No, you get to roll. It's a best of 5 charisma checks. So basically, you get 3 successes and 5 tries or less. You win.
Okay.
So you stand across from a wonderfully dressed gnome bard. I didn't write him any poems because that would have taken a lot of work, but he's
Yeah.
good at them.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a charisma check.
It's a net 20.
Okay.
fucking purple dice, bro.
That is a success.
This
Nice.
thing? Who did you get this from, Wally?
I
Oh,
don't
Where did you
remember,
get this
but
dice?
An
man.
archfey. An
The Underdark.
archfey.
Oh my god.
So that's a success.
That's
so,
a 24. Yeah.
Yeah, Giselle, your first poem gets more applause than the gnome bard. He applauds as well. Well done, well done.
I'm the hip
Good
hop
work
hippopotamus. My rhymes are bottomless.
today. He
Yeah,
laughed
is this
at
a
that,
rap
I think.
battle?
Kind of. He likes that very much. That's one success. Go ahead and roll me another check.
Okay. 11 plus 4 is a 15.
Okay, that just succeeds. So yeah, that's a second success. Once again, a lot of applause. The bard sort of, right. We have some talent here today. Go ahead and roll me another check.
She starts panting. She's sweating a little bit. That's a nat 1.
That is a fail. So this one, this particular round, the bard comes out over you in the audience in the audience judging.
It's like
Go
just a
for it,
massage.
my dear.
So, you got this. You got this. You got this. You got
You're
this.
doing just fine.
Okay.
Roll again.
better. It's a 13 plus 4 is a 17.
That's a success. So that's your third success with a rousing round of applause from the carnies and the little crowd that has gathered. I dub you the winner. Wonderful work. You get a roll on the prize table.
Yay!
You get 2 if you win without failing a roll.
Oh, okay, no, that was a straight up
you
nat
do
1.
get a prize.
That was a nat 20 and a nat 1 within 3 rolls.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a D8, you said?
Yes.
A 3!
It's a packet of pixie dust.
Oh.
So yeah, you can sprinkle it on yourself. You get flying speed and the ability to hover for 1 minute. It's one use.
We should use these together sometime, like at a party or something, Sereia. I think that would be very fun. Ooh, next dance battle. That sounds good.
That's a good idea. Damian.
Okay, Damian's gonna go to the Cyclops staring contest.
What do you do when the eye of the Cyclops falls upon you? You stare back if you've got the stamina for it. Step right up, young man.
Okay, gets on up. Punches my ticket.
Punches your ticket. You enter a small sort of arena. There's just 2 chairs, one sort of human-sized and one very large. And sitting in the large one is just a big Cyclops who just nods.
Aye. Sits down in the chair.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Stare. Roll me a Constitution.
With my +1, I got a 19.
That's enough. The Cyclops, they stare at each other for a long time. And
Giselle starts panting again. This is too intense.
as both of your eyes and his one eye are twitching, the Cyclops finally shakes his head, blinks,
Damian is still staring forward.
nods again, and then sort of reaches out a big hand to you.
Damian is like, eyes are still wide, just shakes his hand.
Damian, blink. Your eyes are gonna fall out of your head.
I don't think I can.
I gently bap him upside the head.
Oh.
Better?
Yeah, there we go.
Roll me a d8, you get a prize.
Surprise. 6.
It's a single application of magical face paint. As an action, you can apply the paint to yourself or another creature, giving them disguise self for 1 hour or until they choose to end it.
Damian stares at this like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun. So is like the disguise stuff like what the face paint is?
Yeah, it's essentially, you can put it on either your face or someone else's face, and it gives you the disguise self spell
Neat. Okay,
for an hour once you put it on.
Can we turn Dutch into an actual frog?
Well, we can try. Let's try it. I go over to Dutch, pull out the magical face paint, and I make a very like a cartoony looking frog face.
Okay,
On
you
Dutch.
put the paint on Dutch. He starts to shift a little bit, and then kind of, and it's still the same size as Dutch, but he's just a big like metallic frog.
This is the best day ever.
He'll be like that for an hour.
Look at your boy! Look at him, Law!
It's everything I ever wanted. Dutch, you're a real frog.
It's Dutch's Pinocchio moment.
What was
Any-
this? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Any other game?
What was the strength contest again?
Is goblin wrestling.
Okay.
Do
Do it. Do it.
it!
I want Dutch to participate.
Yes!
In that one.
Okay. Strong folks, test your mettle in a goblin wrestle. What size class is Dutch?
Medium.
Okay. So you Dutch frog hops
Well, I guess he's not actually a frog, right? He's illusioned as a frog.
Yeah, no, he's
okay. I want to make sure I understood that right. So it's kind of a frog gliding across the ground.
Yes. Like when you use the veil in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
You turn into a statue and then you just kind of
yeah. And I think that like the illusion kind of ambulating but not at the right speed as Dutch was rolling.
Okay. So because he's medium, he has to wrestle 2 goblins in a contested athletics check.
Oh, perfect.
What do they call 2-on-1 in wrestling, Wally?
It
a
is
tag team?
It's a tag team
Tag
match,
team.
but yes, tag team. Usually you don't have that, but yeah.
And because there's 2 of them, the goblins get advantage.
Oh no.
All right, Dutch has a +8 to athletics.
Okay.
Make sure I have the right. It's athletics. It's 2 plus proficiency bonus. Oh no, wait. I think that 2 is including strength. So no, it'd be 6. Okay.
Okay.
Is it only a 1-on-1? Is it a 2? Is this
No,
open
because
at all?
medium. So small creatures go 1-on-1 with a goblin. Medium creatures have to wrestle 2 goblins at once.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I'm guessing if we were large, then we'd have to wrestle 3.
Probably.
6 goblins at once.
Yeah.
Okay. I will roll for Dutch.
Is it possible that I could help?
No cheating.
Okay.
Oh, you can cheat if you want, but
Oh no, I don't want to cheat.
suffer the consequences.
Yeah.
+6. Well, I'll just have to roll a d20. That's it. All right. +6 is a 13. I know we can't use magic, but as Dutch's creator, could I use Flash of Genius to help Dutch in this situation?
How would that work and not be magical in nature?
Well, because Flash of Genius doesn't say it's magic. It's just when you or another creature within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add +5 to the roll. So I was imagining
Like Adrian in the corner pep talk?
What I'm doing here is I am Hugh Jackman on the corner in Real Steel, and I'm like, watch me.
I love that
and
movie.
I'm shadow boxing in the corner.
Okay. Because you created Dutch, I'll allow it.
Like
I
he
don't
gets
think
really
that would
messed
be
up
cheating.
in the first round, and I'm like in the corner. I'm like, all right, you just
Wait,
you just
it's
have
wrestling.
You just
It's not-
have
I
to
mean-
watch me.
They're not like breaking in. All right. So that adds what to it?
+5, so that'd be 18.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. They rolled really good. But yeah, that's just enough. So in the end, Dutch is able to pin the goblins, who are great sports about it, and they hop up and kind of pat him and are talking to you a little bit about your giant frog friend. But Dutch wins a prize. Roll a d8.
Oh,
Alright.
Dutch!
Let's see, 7.
That's the toy spider.
Dutch, you have a pet.
You just put the big fluffy. It's like a big fluffy like tarantula looking
Yes.
toy. Just put that somewhere else.
I mean,
on
give
Oh
it
my
to
god,
Dutch, you
Dutch
just, like-
with spider climb at one point, just rolling up a wall on the
gosh, that's
ceiling.
horrifying.
What have I done?
I love it. No, Dutch just takes it inside of their shell that has, I imagine, this is when Dutch's sentience gets a little bit confusing. But yeah, Dutch now has his own pet.
It's just a little stuffed toy.
This is so
Stuffy.
awesome.
Okay. Anything else? You guys have now played all the games except for the ring toss.
I have 4 punches on mine. I will go for a 5th punch and go for the ring toss.
The ring toss.
Yeah.
Okay. This Al Mirage is no mirage. Adorn its horn with 2 or 3 rings to win a prize. You get 3 rings, 3 throws. Make a dex check.
Okay.
Come on, Damian.
First one is a 21.
Okay, you toss the ring out towards this wooden owl mirage, and it lands right on the horn. And as it does, you see the little wooden statue kind of come to life a little bit, and it shakes. And then as you get ready for your second throw, it starts to hop around the ring.
Well, okay. Gotta focus.
Make another check.
A nat 20.
That is a success. It's past the DC. So yeah, as the Almirage continues to hop around Damian, you center yourself a little bit, aim, toss, and the ring goes right onto the horn. You have one more throw as the rabbit hops even faster and more unpredictably.
Okay. Damian picks up the ring, looks at it, like just focuses on it. Okay, you got this, Damian. You got this, Damian. You got the power of cartoons and Sereia on your side. And he flings the ring.
Make a dex check.
Cartoons and Sereia?
Not an anime.
Got an anime. 22.
That's enough. As the third ring lands, there is some applause from the Witchlight hands as you've gotten all 3 rings. That's 2 more rolls on the prize table. So roll me 2d8s and tell me what the number is.
A 4 and a 7.
Okay, the 7 is the spider toy. Again,
I hug it.
3 cuddly spiders now. 4 is a bottle of Witchlight wine. While the bottle is uncorked, until it is emptied of wine, it plays Calliope music.
Takes the bottle, uncorks it,
That's a literal
puts it back.
Music starts to
party in
play,
a bottle.
stops.
Uncorks it, puts it back. I'm gonna give this to Grandpa. I think he'll get a real kick
Oh,
out
he'd
of it.
love that.
Anyone else? I just love these
Played
games.
them
I think they're
all,
so fun.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all the
Yeah, we've
games,
cleaned
unless
them
anybody
out.
wants to. And the Witchlight hands are in perfectly good spirits about it. They're happy for
They're
you.
not putting up signs like "Don't serve to these people."
No. They're the idea is that everyone will have as good of a time as possible. Yeah, I think you guys got one of every prize. No. There's one other one you didn't get. And then if you roll a 1, you just roll on the Feywild trinket table, which is like a D100 for a random thing.
Oh. That's the one we missed.
No, there's another one.
Oh.
You guys got the ones that I think are the most fun, though.
Okay,
so.
good, because I really want to.
Yeah,
it's gonna bother me. I'm gonna be here
completionist in
playing.
me is
Yeah,
like,
that
Do you
was.
want
I was
the
about
other?
to go
Well, you
there.
guys can all see the prizes, I guess. So if you roll a 1, it's a Feywild trinket, which is that trinket table that we've been rolling on. A 2 is a wand. It's not rechargeable, but it has 8 charges of prestidigitation. in it.
Oh, okay.
Law puts the unicorn horn with the candy on it on their head and says, "Look, I'm a triceratops."
Yes, with your unicorn horn and your butterfly wings.
And my 2 other horns.
And your 2 other horns.
You're a flying triceratops.
I'm a butterfly.
You're a flyceratops.
Triceratops.
Triceratops.
That sounds like a Ben 10 character.
It
Might
does.
be.
All right, you still have some time, a little bit of time before the
The
big top extravaganza. What would you
Okay.
like to do?
Okay, we're by the Calliope and the games. Do we want to? Okay, we're going to do the dragonflies for sure. But I
Oh,
kind of want Willoughby to be here for the dragonflies.
Well, what else can we do? Well, we could do something else instead of.
Do we want to
Dragon-
swim by the lake and like the gondola rides and stuff, and maybe we can run into the mermaid?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Sure.
Okay. So you head out around the stalls toward Silver Song Lake. So 2 attractions at the lake. One is the gondola swans, which for a ticket punch, you can take a gondola ride out with one of the literal swans that are out here on this lake. The other is a free attraction, which you will see as you walk out. Mist gathering at the banks of the shimmering lake near its center. And you see a lot of people sort of along the lakeside sort of watching. In the center of it, there is a mermaid who is lounging in sort of a giant glass bowl, singing. And in response to her song, the lake water, as she sings, just starts to coalesce into these different like sculptures that are made of water that kind of spin and dance around her.
I think that's the mermaid.
That's so cool. I never thought to use shape water like that.
You don't have to get a ticket punch to see the mermaid sing.
Okay. We don't want to interrupt her performance, right? Maybe we wait until she takes a breather. We can just watch because it's so pretty.
It is really pretty.
Hey. As you watch, yeah, you know her name. Her name's Palasha. Palasha. Yeah, Durla mentioned it. So yeah, but essentially what she's doing, her singing emulates a control water spell. So as she performs, it's beautiful. She's got a truly angelic voice. But as her voice sort of moves out across the water, you hear from behind you someone heckling a little bit. And
I immediately turn around.
You turn around. You can't see where it's coming from. You just hear it. And then from a few feet away, kind of on the other side of you, you hear it again. Like someone jeering.
I like try to lock my eyes on this sound.
Okay. Have everybody make a perception check.
That is a 20.
A crit, 23.
Yeah, 17.
Okay.
6. I don't even hear the music.
You have no idea what's going on. Law doesn't understand what you're doing. You notice after the second jeer, Palasha falters a little bit, and then keeps singing. So she regains herself a little bit. And then from about 20-25 feet away, down the bank, you hear another jeer. Everyone but Law sees this time where it is coming from. A small Kenku in a hood.
My invisibility cloak goes immediately up and I'm stalking toward this bird.
The Kenku locks eyes with you, Giselle, as you turn invisible. You see her kind of just back up into a crowd of people. Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
Yes. It's another 17.
Okay, yeah. You make your way over into that crowd, and you don't see her at first again, but then you catch a few feet in front of you a different person entirely. Sort of a taller, elven-looking woman, but wearing the same cloak. She sort of hurries away. You grab her. Make me a dexterity check.
A dex check for me?
Yeah.
That's a net 20.
Yeah, she can't. She's not gonna be able to beat that plus your dexterity. She didn't roll that good. So yeah, you grab her arm and she kind of turns.
She can't see me. I'm invisible. I start dragging her back.
Hey, let me go.
Absolutely not, heckler. Drag.
Drag the
I think the rest of us have caught up by now, probably.
Yeah. You see this.
We see the commotion of somebody being dragged by an invisible.
Except for Law. Law, you've lost everyone. Except you do hear shouting, and some of the crowd kind of turns to look at you. Palasha, also from the bowl, is kind of looking over and looks a little concerned, but continues to sing, and tries to like get the crowd back. Yeah, you caught a Kenku. Let me go,
Absolutely not.
creep.
You're the creep. You stole Candlefoot's voice.
How do you know about that?
We know
Everyone knows
everything.
about it.
Let me go.
No.
No.
Give it back.
Why should I?
It's
Because
not
it's the right thing to
Yeah.
do. It's not your voice.
So,
What's wrong with you? What's
wrong
your
with you?
problem?
she starts to shift back into her Kenku form.
Why would you steal the Border Mime's voice?
I don't have to tell you anything.
No, you don't have to tell me anything, but if you don't tell me something, then I'm going to take you over to Witch and Light and they will deal with you.
Fine. I've been trying to get a meeting with them for days.
Why?
Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna make sure that they throw you out and we never see you again.
Wait,
Good luck.
didn't the displays be said, like, you know, they got a reason to hate these people? Maybe we could try to find out why, you know, it's part of our services to, like, mediate between them, right?
Let go of me, you weirdo.
Why are you trying to get a meeting with Witch and Light?
Why should I tell you anything?
Look,
Because
a lot
it's kind
of
of what we
creepy.
do.
Yeah, it's what we do. We're detectives.
While
and
you
shit.
find your friends.
Oh, hey guys, oh, I found the Kenku we're looking for.
Tell
make
you
a-
what. We are going to get a meeting with Witch and Light later tonight. We got to go with Burley. If you give back Candlefoot's voice right now, we'll get you in with that meeting. And you have to apologize to Candlefoot.
I don't have to do shit. Make a persuasion check.
It would be in your best interest.
19. Oh, good then, I guess. Well, except that nat one.
Had to put you in your place.
23.
And that one was there to humble you.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Let go of me and show your face, and I'll give it to you.
Oh, you want to see my face, huh? There you are. You've been graced with my face. Oh, I'm still rhyming. I'm sorry, I get kind of stuck, you know?
You're a creep. She reaches into her cloak. She produces a corn husk doll that has a little rope of thorns sort of around its throat. What?
You hexed him!
Not strictly speaking.
Well, what did you do then?
Listen, I don't really feel like I have to explain myself to you. You have no idea what's going on here anyway.
Well, we
Why
would
don't
if you
you
would
tell
tell us. Yes.
Not here.
Fine. Give Candlefoot back his voice, and then we can talk.
Fine. She raises sort of a feathered wing, runs her wing over it a couple of times, and the thorns disappear. Puts it all away. There. He can talk again. Not that he ever has
Thank you.
anything interesting to say.
Well, that could be said for a lot of people.
Wow, you're very rude.
So are you.
We were
Well, to be
rude. You were
fair-
being mean to a performer, and you stole someone's voice. You're the mean one.
You have no idea what's going on with this carnival and the weirdos that run it, okay?
Well, let's find a place to talk and you can explain it to us. Because all we know is that you have been causing problems like stealing Candlefoot's voice. And we've also heard about missing people, and they're kind of pointing the finger at you for that too. So,
Whoa, I had nothing to do with that.
Okay, well, why don't you explain what's going on? We'll find a quiet place to chat. We can get to the bottom of this.
Fine.
Thank you.
Fine.
As we're like standing around her, I would just like to kind of sniff the air to see if this Kenku has a smell of the Displacer Beast kitten.
Okay. Make a survival check.
17.
No.
All right.
No
guys
displacer
find a-
beast.
You guys find a place to go chat. I'm gonna go check on Candlefoot. I don't trust her. I'll be
Okay.
back.
Good riddance. She makes her way over, kind of away from the lakeshore to like a quiet spot. Just kind of sits down. Giselle, you run. You can do this very quickly. You you run back over
Feeling agility. Zoom.
to Candlefoot. Who it waves when he sees you.
Is it back?
I'm back.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay.
Oh, that was awful.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you have your voice back. And, hopefully your day gets better.
Have you seen Halasha anyway?
We're about to go talk to her, actually.
I ought to come with you.
Okay. Yeah, she was finishing her performance.
Good.
Okay, come on.
He looks a little nervous and still very sad. But he shuffles along behind you, leaving another Witchlight hand to guard the front of the Hall of Illusions. Place gives me the creeps.
For real, that whole pig mask thing. The way
It's
that
never
my friend...
happened before.
No?
No, I've never heard of anything like that.
Well, we were talking to... what is her name? Dirla? Dira?
Mhm.
Over in the Lost and Found. And she said a couple people have reported that some weird things happened in there before. Some with kids.
Maybe that's what they're talking about. Yeah, it's not been very popular this time around. I don't know. It's always sort of freaked me out a little bit, but in an existential way, not in a creepy kids in mirrors kind of way.
Like the way that Damian was saying it, it looks like the little girl was trying to pull them into the mirror.
That's not right. Perhaps we should just close it for now.
Maybe.
Hold on. And he walks back over to the hand that was gonna watch it for him. Sort of says something quietly, and they nod. And there's not a whole lot of people around it anyway. But go ahead and sort of like close the tent flaps and start to hang up a sign, like an out of order sign. I don't know. Close for maintenance.
I hate to bring this up too, but you don't think... So, Dirla was also talking about how a couple people have gone missing.
Yeah. Star, it's been gone for a bit, and Hurley as well. Birdie's brother.
You don't think...
That they're connected?
Maybe they got pulled into a mirror?
I mean, and that's the thing, is that I mean, it's a very basic enchantment on the mirror. They're not portals or anything.
Unless someone went in there and messed with something.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Why would anyone kidnap someone? They're doing nasty, evil things.
I don't know. I'll have to see what Witch and Light say about this.
Do you think we could talk to them? I mean, I know I look very young, and hopefully I don't look like I did in those mirrors for a very long time. Again, I'm going to moisturize, but as young as we may look, me and my friends are pretty good at this sort of thing, like figuring out like bad stuff that happens. It's kind of like all we did last year.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
We should speak to Palasha first.
Okay, yes, she was just finishing up over here. She was getting heckled. It was not cool. We tracked them down, don't worry.
That's awful.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, if you have a problem with something, like, don't mess up someone's performance. Like, that's what they do for a living, you know?
On top of everything else that's happened today, we've had kind of a rough one.
Oh, are you together?
Yes. It's kind of a long story.
Oh.
You'll just have to see.
Okay.
I was actually going to propose.
Oh my goodness, that would be like the second proposal today.
But right before I could, I lost my voice.
Wait a minute. The same thing happened earlier. There was the little couple. Did you see the little halfling that ran in, earlier that was really upset? He had just proposed to his partner, but he got messed up because they were in front of that big witch thing, and she just started laughing at him. But she didn't mean to because she was cursed.
Right. It's very strange.
Somebody has a problem with love, it sounds like.
Well,
Don't, project your own problems on other people. I mean, come on.
Are you familiar with how the Calliope works?
No. We saw the monkey. He was drinking, did you see?
Ernest, he's quite the character.
We gave him some buttons. He was happy.
The Witchlight Carnival is supposed to be a place of happiness. Magically speaking, the happier people are, the happier the carnival gets. The music gets nicer, the atmosphere improves. But when things start going wrong, you can tell. The entire carnival becomes unhappy.
Is the carnival alive?
Not in the strictest sense of the word, but that's how the carnival determines who the Witchlight Monarch is. The person who's brought the most happiness to the night.
So, say someone was purposely trying to make bad things happen. How bad can the carnival get?
I've never seen it go completely bad. But it becomes very unhappy. And then Mr. Witch and Mr. Light become very unhappy. No one wants that.
Who are Mr. Witch and Mr. Light?
Isn't that the question?
You work for them and you've never met them?
I've met them. We know enough. But in a job like ours, you don't really question where people came from.
Coming from the family I come from, believe me, I understand not asking too many questions.
No. I'd like to see Palasha now.
Right. We're walking the whole time. Okay.
You get back to your friends. Meanwhile, Kettle Steam the Kenku has sat down by a tree near the water. So what do you want to know?
Well,
Go ahead.
well, what do you have against, Witch and Light? Why are you kind of just wrecking everything?
Not wrecking everything.
Well, it seems like you have a fundamental issue with the carnival itself.
I
Or
have a
is it
fundamental
just-
issue with the assholes who run it, and they refuse to speak to me, so
What's
I was
the
just trying to
issue?
get their attention. I wasn't gonna hurt anybody. But
All right.
they care a lot about how happy their carnival is, so just thought I'd, make a couple of scenes, make them come out and talk to me.
Okay. Well, what is the problem that you have with Mr. Rich and Mr. Light?
How much do you know about them?
Almost nothing.
Yeah, we just got here also.
Witch and Light weren't always the ones who owned this carnival.
Okay.
They're not from here,
Neither am I.
strictly speaking. You're familiar with the Shadowfell?
Vaguely.
That's their homeland. They're Shadarkai. They ran a carnival in the Shadowfell. And they crossed paths with the Witchlight Carnival a long time ago. The story goes that the owners of the Witchlight Carnival and Witch and Light hit it off. They got to drinking, and you know how Fae are. They do weird shit for fun. So they decided to trade. Now Witch and Light own this carnival. Someone else owns the Shadowfell Carnival. But if their paths are ever to cross again, they have to go back to their original carnival. So they like this one way better, and they want to stick around.
That's not good.
The complication is that they've made some deals to make this carnival what they wanted it to be and to be able to keep it. And in making those deals, they've stepped on some toes, including mine.
What did they do to you?
Debating how much she would tell you. Listen, I have connections to the Fae, okay? And the particular people that I'm connected to very recently went silent.
Oh.
And I think Witch and Light had something to do with it.
I'm pretty familiar with the Fae. I was in the Feywild for a while.
Damian, I'm gonna have you roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
With advantage, because you actually know what you're talking about.
And also because I have the Feylost background, I have
Oh,
Feywild
that's
connections.
right.
My mannerisms and knowledge of Fey customs are recognized by natives of the Feywild who see you as one of their own. Because of this, friendly Fey creatures are inclined to come to your aid if you are lost or in need help in the Feywild.
There you go. Roll with advantage.
Ooh. That is a 19.
Okay. Yeah, she looks at you, kind of clocks. Okay. Listen. My patron, where I get my magic from, I lost connection with her. Seemingly out of nowhere. So, I'm pretty depleted on magic, and I can't get in contact with her. She's an archfey, and she has a domain in the Feywild. It's called Prismere. Cut off with no warning, no communication, nothing. At the same time, I know Witch and Light have connections over there, and last time I was at the carnival, I was doing some snooping around, see if they knew anything, and I overheard a conversation between them that makes me think they're up to something. And she starts to mimic two other voices, sort of almost like replaying the conversation for you. one of them, in sort of like a little bit higher pitched voice, says, in still kind of like hushed tones, as she's trying to mimic it as much as possible, "Someone is going to find out about this, and they'll shut us down." And then she mimics a second voice that says, "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That's what you want, right?" Tell me that's not suspicious.
No, that's definitely suspicious.
That's very, very sus.
So, I figure I cause a little chaos around the carnival, bring the mood down enough that Witch and Light would show up and they'd finally talk to me.
I mean, not a bad plan as plans go. We're not one for great plans, to be honest.
We kind of just like go by the seat of our pants sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know, I wasn't going to keep his voice forever. I don't have anything against Candlefoot.
Okay.
Were you also behind the Tasha's statue?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay,
That was pretty funny.
it was funny.
Okay, well, I definitely think you're definitely not tied in with the whole people going missing.
I didn't have anything to do with that. But
Do you think that do you have your suspicions about that?
I think Witch and Light are behind it.
Or
keep
whatever
talking
it is
about
that they're talking about?
this coven and letting it take what it wants. What if what it wants is people?
Uh-oh.
Or something really awful? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with the creepy little kids with the pig masks in the mirrors, it's kind of starting to line up with all of this.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna make them talk to me about it.
Well, we're still going to try to meet them later on, right?
I think we should at this point.
Yeah. A lot of things sound pretty fishy here.
I actually had an idea about that. How do you guys feel about doing a little thievery?
Well, I can speak for Giselle on this. She'd be very comfortable with it. I'm morally ambiguous, so I could go either way.
Yeah, I'm kind of a good boy, so I'm not really into the thievery thing.
Well, what if after the thievery we gave back what we stole?
So you're stealing for information, not forever.
Witch and Light both have these artifacts that they carry around. Big magic stuff. If we get our hands on one of them, I'd offer it back for information.
I sort of describe myself as chaotic good, so I'm good with that.
Okay. Well, once your friend gets back, we'll make a plan. And in the meantime, enjoy the carnival. Some of it's actually pretty great.
I mean, no offense, it's also kind of going to be kind of hard to enjoy a carnival when we know such a weird, shadowy thing is going on in the background. But I'm going to try my best.
Fair enough. And as Giselle brings Candlefoot back to you, gang back together again, that's where we're gonna have to end
No.
for today. You guys got a lot done.
Yeah.
Dang. Well done, everybody. We're coming up on the end of our time, so let's do stars and wishes.
Okay.
I don't know what order anyone's in, so whoever wants to go can go.
I think it's Val first.
I'll be forced to go first.
Ha!
Hold on, let me quickly change the overlay. Okay. Star. Oh god, I'm having a hard time.
That's okay.
I can go if you want more time.
Yes, please. You have one.
Okay. My star's
Giselle.
gonna go to Wally/Damian for keeping Ruben from, or whatever his name was, from being sucked into the mirror. Nice grab.
Yep. I was like, wait, no!
No. You don't go in there. Some creepy pig mask girl wants to take you into a mirror. You don't go.
Good
So
save.
nice grab, yeah.
Just
'cause
good
I
advice
think
to live
that would,
Yeah.
great advice to live by. And also the line about from Professor Scrimmett about rules.
Don't go to don't miss happy hour and don't follow creepy broads in mirrors.
I'm gonna live by that for the rest of my life. It was so
Same.
good. I love that. So that whole little exchange was really lovely, and I liked it a lot. And then my wish is that we find these missing people. I don't like it. I know we're gonna get to the bottom of the mystery because that's like, kind of what we're doing here. But I know, but like you put a kitten in danger, and now me plus Druid Sereia is like, no, we have to find this kitten. And that's it.
In my defense, it is a baby displacer beast, so
Doesn't matter. It's cuddly and adorable.
I'm not gonna hurt any animals.
We know.
Just want to tell Chad that too.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt the animals. People, fair game.
I need a wild shape more often, then I won't ever get hurt.
You won't ever. No, because I know it's a person in there.
A wild shape forever.
Thanks, Rachel.
Like Animorphs, you stand it for 2 hours and you can't change.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'll do. Yeah, don't stay in hot form too long, Tobias.
Don't do
Tobias,
it,
no.
Tobias.
Oh, Tobias.
Thanks, Rachel.
I'll go ahead and go because
Alrighty.
my star is gonna go to Giselle for offering to hold Law's hand in the creepy mirror room, and then for being very kind to Candlefoot. So that was a very Giselle finally being sweet.
Look, when you talk as much as Giselle does, someone losing their voice like permanently, that's like hell on earth. Are you kidding me?
That's my star, and then my wish, I think, is... I mean, it's a pretty... This is a pretty, like, generic wish, but I really am hoping... No, I'll make it more specific. I really want one of us to get, like, cursed or something in the Feywild and have to deal with that. That sounds like it'd be really fun in kind of a similar sense to the Candlefoot. All sorts of trickery and strange things that could happen to people. So I think that'd be really fun to see happen and how we react to that.
Sure.
That's me. That's it.
Go. My star goes to Dutch and vicariously to Val for Dutch wrestling to goblins. Oh, I was so excited for someone to do that one, and then we all did other things. I was like, okay, but it's like, no, Dutch is gonna do it. Yes. And also to Van, like, this module's just so much fun, and I love what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
It's just great. My wish. I would like to have an enemies to friends arc with the Kenku.
Okay.
Because I hate her right now. I think she's so mean for like no reason. But eventually I will change my mind when I recognize what she's been trying to do.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Giselle had an enemies to lovers, and now she's gonna get an enemies to friends.
That's just kind of how it works with her, you know. She's a
Yeah.
little abrasive, you know. It's
Yeah, I like
understandable. Yeah.
And then she'll have enemies to enemies.
Enemies to arch enemies. Thank you.
Season 3.
Season 3.
It's my turn.
Wally.
My star, it just goes to Van and Law. It's just that moment of just the blink, and they just say the numbers like, "Oh, did we start? Did we begin?" Like, what happened? That really tickled me. I really like that. My wish, though, I really want to help out this Kenku get their patron back. Like, I really want to. I will be so sad if this patron is dead or something. I really want to help out this Kenku get their patron back because it's like they're doing all of this because all they want is their patron back, you know. So it's I really.
Worst case scenario, they can become a patron of Sereia.
That's true.
Well, Wally, I think you'll be pleased with where the module is going.
Okay, good. Wonderful. That's my stuff.
I can facilitate all of these things
Yay.
easily, in fact. That's it for us today, friends. Yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week for another episode of this. Before then, you can join us for several other shows during the week, including tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, the next installment of Saturday Night's Ward 47. Val runs that. We're playing Parslings, and boy howdy are we up to some shit.
What else?
Oh, we're in the club.
We're in the club.
We're gonna have to get a recap because by the end of the last session, I had completely lost the plot because I was so tired. But yeah, join us at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for that today, and then other shows throughout the week. Anything else anybody wants to plug?
Alright, it's Adam. Come hang out with us this afternoon.
Yeah, coming out with us this afternoon. Also go to ish.io if you have the ability to contribute. The TTRPG for Trans Rights in Florida bundle is still on. They're very close to their goal of $250,000. It's $5. It's 505 games, including some big name ones, some ones you're familiar with. Thirsty Sword Lesbians is in there, a bunch of stuff like that. There's also a bunch of smaller stuff, but it's all independent creators. Buy that shit. The money is going to 2 organizations. Zebra Youth, which is a network of organization that provides services to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and all LGBTQ plus youth ages 13 to 24, including people facing homelessness, bullying, isolation from their families, and abuse and all that kind of stuff. And then the other one is Trans Inclusive Group, which is a transgender-led nonprofit that advocates to protect and defend equality for all transgender and LGBTQ plus individuals in South Florida. So Florida's busted right now.
Florida, you good?
Florida is
Nah,
so
they're
broken.
not.
So go buy that shit. Help protect trans people and especially trans kids in Florida. It's on itch. I'll get off my soapbox because we've got to go. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will see you in 1 week. And until then, good game and good games. Internet, you guys all won. Good games.
We won.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.